Kicked out as a teen by my twins' lies. Now my parents demand money after seeing my success. Family is supposed to be a safe haven for children, but for me, it was the storm that shattered my life. At just 14, I was abandoned by my parents, all because of my twin brother's lies. He spread false rumors that tore my world apart, leaving me to fend for myself. Years later, my parents reached out to me, not to apologize, but to demand money. Now I have a choice. Do I expose the truth and teach them a lesson or walk away for good? I'm 28 now, but my story begins when I was just a teenager. I have a twin brother, and from as early as I can remember, he was the favorite. My parents always compared us, and somehow I always fell short. While he was praised for his academics and charm, I was dismissed as the rebellious one who liked sports and making friends. My interests were seen as distractions, and my achievements were ignored. My brother, on the other hand, got everything he wanted. He was indulged, spoiled, and given every opportunity, while I was treated like an afterthought. I became the black sheep of the family, and as time passed, the gap between us grew wider. The real nightmare began on our 14th birthday. My parents threw an extravagant party for my brother, but no one showed up. Meanwhile, my friend surprised me with a day out at the arcade, and I had the time of my life. That day must have lit a fire of jealousy in my brother, because soon after, he began spreading lies about me. He told everyone I was a bully, both at home and at school. He even went as far as punching himself to fabricate evidence of my so-called abuse. At first, I thought no one would believe his ridiculous stories. But slowly, the whispers grew louder. Friends started avoiding me. Teachers gave me strange looks. Even my parents began to treat me differently. I couldn't understand why, until one of my friends told me the truth. My brother had been spinning lies, and everyone believed him. The rumors escalated, and soon, the principal called me and my brother into his office, along with our parents. I was terrified but hopeful that the truth would finally come out. Instead, my brother doubled down on his lies, crying and accusing me of being abusive. My parents didn't hesitate to take his side, adding their own accusations of my anger issues. The principal suspended me for 10 days. When we got home, the situation took an even darker turn. My dad packed my belongings, threw them into the foyer, and told me to leave. I begged them to believe me, but they had already made up their minds. If not for my grandmother, who came to pick me up and defend me, I don't know where I would have gone. My grandmother took me to her home in another state. Living with her gave me the freedom to heal, both physically and emotionally. Over time, I found my passion for writing and poured my pain into words. I graduated college with top honors, started a career as a writer, and built a name for myself. For years, I heard nothing from my parents or brother until a few days ago. My phone buzzed with 6 missed calls from my mom. When I finally called her back, she congratulated me on my success and then asked for money to bail my brother out of trouble. I thought my parents' demands were the peak of their audacity, but I was wrong. A few days later, my twin brother showed up unannounced. He came into my home, wearing his usual smug grin, and wasted no time getting to the point. He said he knew I had refused to help our parents bail him out and that it was my last chance to comply. I didn't expect what came next. He reached into his bag and pulled out old suspension notices and fabricated injury photos from when we were teenagers. Proof of the lies he had used to destroy my life back then. He told me that if I didn't give him the money, he'd take these to the press and expose me as an abuser. I was furious, but I stayed calm. This time, I wasn't going to let him manipulate me. As he went on, gloating about how everyone would believe his evidence, I quietly hit record on my phone. I asked him why he would ruin my life again after everything he'd already done. His response sent chills down my spine. Because I can. I did it before, and I'll do it again. No one will believe you over me. That was all I needed. As he continued his threats, I calmly said, "Are you done? Because I've got everything I need to end this once and for all." Confusion flickered across his face. But when I played back the recording of his threats, the color drained from his cheeks. For the first time, I saw fear in his eyes. I told him I wasn't the scared teenager he once manipulated. This time, I had the upper hand, and if he didn't back off, I'd share this recording with the same press he wanted to use against me and the police. He stammered, tried to backtrack, but I wasn't interested in his excuses. I told him to leave and never contact me again, or the world would hear every word he had just said. He left in a hurry, and for the first time in years, I felt a sense of justice. I wasn't just surviving anymore, I was fighting back. After that confrontation, I didn't wait for him to try anything else. I sent the recording to my lawyer, who advised me to file a notice of legal action if my brother or parents tried to contact me again. The very next day, I emailed the recording to my parents and relatives, exposing the truth about my brother's lies and manipulation. The backlash was swift. My parents faced criticism from family, and my brother became a pariah. For once, the tables had turned. Some of my old friends even reached out to apologize for believing my brother's lies back then. As for me, I finally felt free. The truth wasn't just my weapon, it was my shield. With my grandmother's support, I was able to close this chapter and move forward, stronger than ever. The pain of my childhood gave me the strength to become who I am today. To anyone facing betrayal or manipulation, remember, the truth is your greatest ally. Stand up for yourself, and don't let anyone silence you. What would you have done in my shoes? Let me know in the comments, and stay tuned for more of my story.